Hugh Huxley and Magic the Hound, written by Mike Jones, narrated by Philip Batley. Chapter 1. Baba Yaga. From high above the midnight sky, the moon's light poked down through the dense canopy of Methuselah trees, while on the ground the night's globe shed dim light and hope onto those who happened by. Within this forest, the winds forever howled, and the skulls that lined this unhallowed ground forever wobbled. Within this place, an unearthly hut with shifting window eyes stood forever watch. Made eons ago from the most vicious of Methuselah trees, the hut harboured a venomous anger at being altered from its original form. In the same place twice, the hut rarely was, for it stalked prey for its creator-master, who kept it forever alive. Although the hut roamed, never did it abandon the untamed forest. Yet some whispers mumbled it was the forest that never abandoned the hut. Regardless of long-forgotten talk, the symbiotic link between the two spanned many millennia. The forest's name, changed numerous times with the rise and fall of countless civilizations, is lost and unknown today. Inside the hut, a magical fire with snapping red and green flames blazed under a black cauldron. The roaring fire boiled a crimson liquid, releasing thick curls of steam, carrying the horrible stench of half-cooked buzzard parts. As the liquid bubbled, a meagre chunk of flesh spilled from the cauldron's rim, sending the hoggish rats and greedy ravens of the hut scrambling across the blood-stained floor. These resident vermin, filled with hatred and fear, snapped and clawed at one another for the rare morsel. Misfortune spawned from this hut. Venturing near risked being caught, cooked, and most likely eaten. Within the rising steam, a pair of disembodied hands stirred the mixture with the leg bone of a giant who had crossed the hut's path. The curious intruder had snooped too close and lingered too long when the ghoulish fence had caught him by surprise, twirling itself around the fumbling giant. The hut's powerful stilt legs then wrestled him inside, like a monstrous spider forcing its prey into its inescapable jaws. Resting the leg bone on the cauldron's rim, one of the disembodied hands swept through the steam and plucked an eyeball from the ooze, pinching the rubber-like sphere between its fingers and thumb, squeezing out a dark, reddish goo. Beside the cauldron, another pair of disembodied hands restrained a poisonous yellow and red striped snake. Unable to escape, the serpent coiled itself into a knot around the hands. For now it could only flick its tongue and wait for its moment to strike. In the corner of the hut, a shadowy figure sifted through the crackling pages of a dateless book. Finding the long-forgotten spell, Baba Yaga looked up, her iron teeth gleaming red from the fire's flickering flame, while her long black hair framed her skeletal face and shrouded her sunken eyes. The witch of misfortune in her true nature. Though able to change forms, her strength diminished while transformed. But for tonight, she needed no disguise to probe into another world and another time. Taking a vial from a cluttered table of vials, she glided across the room, her long flowing cape embroidered with hundreds of seeing eyes, masking her mode of travel. At the cauldron, she tipped the vial, pouring a green fluid into the mixture. On contact, a greenish plume shot from the cauldron, mushrooming to the ceiling. On the mixture's surface, a shattered image shimmered into view. Baba Yaga leaned close, fanning steam from her face. As the mixture calmed, the image coloured. A common man with a dark-haired boy sat on a bridge, throwing rocks into a stream. "Son," said the man, "you don't have to be afraid of witches. Witches aren't real. They don't really exist. Have you ever seen a real witch? Besides, good protects us from evil." The boy tossed a stone into the stream. "Thanks, Dad," he said. "I guess you're right. Believing in witches is silly. Who'd want to be an ugly old witch, anyway? I don't even know why I had those stupid dreams." "But you know, son," said the man, "there are good luck spirits. And, as a matter of fact, there's one right here." "Where?" asked the boy, looking around. "Right here, beneath us." The boy looked over the edge of the bridge. "I don't see any good luck spirit." "Oh, you won't," said the man. "But it's here, and if you believe in it, it will believe in you, and watch over you." "All I have to do is believe?" asked the boy. "That's right, son." "But how can I believe in something I can't see?" "That's where faith comes in," said the man. Baba Yaga arched back from the cauldron, scowling with rage. She fumed at the man's insolence and the boy's insulting disbelief of witches. She whipped around and pointed her knotted finger at the cauldron, signalling the serpent's release. As the snake vanished into the image, Baba Yaga wrenched suddenly over her shoulder. She spied slowly around the hut, searching for the supernatural intrusion. Jerking her head upward, she stared at a slight ripple in the air next to a wooden beam. In an ancient tongue, she began chanting, rolling her hands slowly over each other. Then, with a rapid move, she threw her arms back, her eyes gleaming pure white as the air around her started to whirl like a personal tornado, scattering the vermin to the not-so-far corners of the hut. Then, from the midst of the windstorm, she thrust her arms forward, her eyes spinning dark as a bolt of energy shot from her palms into the intrusion.